Hey guys, it's Kura here. I um I've kind of had something on my mind the last while, I should say. I mentioned it every now and then on a stream or in a video as a passing comment, or even as a comment in a conversation. Guys, keep in touch with me on Discord or on Twitter or Blue Sky or wherever you guys keep up to date. But I feel like it's something I want to kind of be. It's something I kind of want to be real with you, and I'm more than certain it's probably nothing overly special. I'm certain some people may look at this and think I'm maybe projecting or whatever, but that's fine. I just want to be real with you guys. I've how do I put this? 2024, as I'm kind of looking back on it and seeing the year to its end here. Wow, very soon. Time of recording. It's 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 not been my year. That's the best way I can put it. There's been a lot of struggles with me on the back end IRL, not just with the channel too, and it's become tough. And some months go by, and it's I'm a guy that will just kind of muddle through with it, and I try to do what I can to put myself to the side because I know that when I go to Showtime and I do the Metarot news coverage for everybody, or even if I'm just doing a game stream or an art stream for people to tune in with, I don't actively consider myself a lot with it because you guys don't want to hear me. You guys want to hear my sap story. I guess I can, but I feel like I kind of want to put it all out there just so you guys can kind of know where I'm coming from and why it's been kind of a struggle for a while. But to put it simply, um, my financial situation throughout the course of this last year or so, has has not been great. It's been a lot of a struggle to try to be able to keep my bills and keep my head above water through a number of months, and I'm kind of coasting on a lot of graces with the family to kind of keep going at my current pace right now, and that's getting ready to kind of come to an end here pretty soon, and I'm getting ready to crossroads. And to say I'm concerned, worried, nervous is kind of an understatement. But how do I put this? I kind of want to point out to you guys what's kind of at stake. I understand, as a preface, that what I do as the tinkerer and meta rotter of the Metarot News Network, it's not a livelihood. It's a glorified hobby. I'm not paid to do this. I'm not sponsored by anybody. As much as I jovially make comments and wish and pine and pray and make all these jovial comments that say I kind of wish it would happen, it's not. This is a passion project from the bottom of my heart, doing something that I know that I love and sharing it with people that I'm so happy that actually um, share that passion, share that interest. And I'm so happy and so proud with how far the community has grown since I've started doing this. Not just me personally as a person, as a VTuber and content creator. I'm talking on a much bigger scale with the Metarock community as a whole, globally, not just Western wide. There's been a lot of tremendous growth. I can't even emphasize enough just how massive the growth has been just in this last year alone, and I'm so proud of it. But that's because of what I've been doing and pushing for and keeping going with the community and with my content and trying to bring people together the best I can. Contests, my coverage, art stream, or my breakdowns, or anything else of the like. I do it for the community. And I'm so proud and so honored that you guys see me so highly and appreciate everything that I do, even if you don't say it right away, or even if my engagement or cover or interaction or whatever isn't necessarily the greatest. I love each and every last one of you, and being the content creator, being the meta rock guy, as a lot of people jovially call me. I love everything about it, but it's it's been nothing but a hobby because I'm not being paid to do this. I'm not being sponsored by anybody. I'm not partnering with anybody. This is all me. To kind of give an idea of what I do every Tuesday when the news goes live is when I skim the main video on the official Metarot channel for the highlights, I jot them all down, collect screenshots, and I start compiling my presentations. What all was talked about? What are any events that are ongoing? Who's going to be the highlighted bots for the incoming week? What do they do for the new bots in question? Um, what skills do they bring to the table? How do they behave? What is their overall viability in battle? I have to I consider all this very carefully, but I compile my notes. I create all my presentations. I trim art for my thumbnails as I have to by hand. I record all the presentations that I have to do that day. Some weeks are lighter than others, and I post all of it. And I share it on all the social media platforms that I'm on: Discord, Twitter, Facebook, Blue Sky, everywhere. For the last 3.5 years, I have been a one man show. I have been scriptwriter, improv mostly. I've been cameraman. I've been spokesperson. I've been video editor. I've been artist. Everything about me and my channel is self made. Everything from the ground up is something that I've put my very heart and soul into to do for you guys. But I've done it alone, and I don't have any active help, and I don't have anybody like in a dedicated team or a group that does all this for me. I just don't. I've done it all myself for the last 3.5 years. And I'm not saying this is a brag, saying, "Oh, I've done all this myself. I'm a self-made VTuber and content creator. Look at me." I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm saying this to give you guys a perspective and kind of an outside look, an outsider's view looking in as to what I do and everything I have on my plate. So, and I have a lot of other projects I wanted to pick up the the 3D modeling project again. I want to look properly into game dev. I want to assist with any possible game dev projects that people talk about. I want to do all this, but I don't have the time. I don't have the time or the resources or the assistance in order to do so. And I'm not saying this to make any of you guys feel guilty about this. Absolutely not. Please don't misunderstand. Like I said, this is mostly just a perspective more than anything else. Stepping away from the realm of content creation, though, because I've kind of hammered it in right now that this is kind of a hobby. And it's been a hobby I've enjoyed. It's been my escape from reality every week to be able to kind of talk about what talk about things like Metarots and kind of gush about it and kind of be my little reprieve from the world. As for as for everything else, my work situation in this last year has it's it's not been great. I've said it before in streams, I said it before in passing comments, and even as passing jabs too. It's not been great. I've been actively trying to look for a new position elsewhere that can use my skill set, and I've not had the best of luck. The job market in 2024 has just been an absolute joke. And come the end of the year, if things don't change, I'm probably going to have to end up looking at a possible job agency to kind of give me a helping hand because it's getting down to the wire with renewing for things like insurance or setting things up for next year's stuff, or even just kind of wondering what on earth my work schedule is going to become this year. It's been a mess. It's been very stressful. I've been trying to make it clear to my current position that I've wanted to do more, that I can do more, and I just need the opportunity to do it. But it's been made abundantly clear to me this last year that's it's just not something that's gonna happen. And as hard as it is for me to accept, I've learned at this point to just kind of keep my head down and just not say anything further about it. And that's kind of all I'm going to say on that topic because I could very easily make that as another tangent. I'm not going. But what are some other things I've been doing in the meantime, you might ask? Well, I've continually kept my art commissions open, and I comment on it. I mention it in every video that I do. Um, that I am open for commission with all the different arts that I can do and art styles and approaches. Um, but I've not had any major bites. No leads, no possibilities. It's been kind of dead, and it's made it very difficult to want to be able to keep it going like that because I can't actively rely on it as a source of income or even supplemental income because I may get one request, I don't know, once, twice, maybe a year at current pattern. And even then, not for a whole lot. Like, I could have it done in a few days to a week, maybe, depending on what it is, but I just don't get enough of them. I constantly mention as well in my streams that with monetization and where my channel is, and for folks that are in the content creation game and monetization, this is kind of an average topic. But I have only hit one of the two requirements for YouTube in order to become monetized. That is the subscription requirement of hitting at least 1,000 subscribers. But my watch hours, which is the other requirement, I am quite frankly nowhere close. People don't tune in to me or listen to me long enough for that to even there's no possible way I could do it. And I'd like to do more. I've been broadening my horizons and doing more with the art streams and the gaming and the collabs with other content creators and friends of mine. But it's currently not enough. My highest viewer count and highest engagement probably ever in my 3.5 years as a content creator was my What is Metarock collab back in November. And I like to believe a good chunk of that was primarily because it was a collaboration with five other friends of mine, and a lot of the viewers and a lot of the interaction was because we tied all of our channels together for that one moment. I can't rely on it as a consistent number, and I know that. But here's kind of where the rubber meets the road, and why I'm saying all this. If things don't change by the new year, if I don't get any kind of possible prospect, either with my current position of moving to another department or elsewhere, or if I don't find another position that's willing to offer me proper hours where I can keep my bills paid, and not have to risk going into red with the bank, because I've done that a couple times this last month, over this last year, and it's not fun, not fun at all. If things don't change, there comes a very serious risk that everything that I've done for the Metarot News Network and the progress that I've made, it may come to a screeching halt. I may have to stop doing what I do, which breaks my heart because I understand that this is a hobby. I'm not paid or sponsored to do it, and it's not something I can rely on um as a lifestyle or anything like that. I know I can't, but I can't afford either to stop doing it because of what's at stake and because of how many people rely on me. If you guys take a look of the international engagement of Metarots over the course of the last 3 4 years, I like to believe, and I'm probably far off, but I like to believe that a good chunk of it is because of what I've been doing. All the comments I've been getting saying, I remember so much about this series. Thanks so much for what you do. Every last one of those comments warms my heart. And I'm so happy to know that what I do is being appreciated by people. But words don't put food on a table, unfortunately. Words don't pay bills. I feel really bad, and I feel like it's not my place to be asking for donations and things like that, which is why I don't actively advertise for it. But I'm actually the word to use. I'm afraid. I am I am very genuinely scared that if things don't change, that the Metarot News Network may have to possibly shut down or go into a hiatus, which means no one's going to cover Metarot News. There will be no breakdowns or understandings of what bots can do. There's going to be no other outreach. There probably won't be much of anything. And I'm afraid that because of what I do and how many people rely on me, that it's going to all come to a screeching halt. And the Western Metarock community has made so much progress over the last 4 years, making our mark and being heard by Imagineer and the rest of the world. that we want our favorite fighting robots back. Now, I understand that what I'm saying is it feels like I'm putting myself on a pedestal. And I agree. It probably does to a point. But this is just how I'm seeing it. And having observed patterns and just developments over the past several years. I want to continue doing this. I love doing this. It's it's one of the biggest things I look forward to every week. And and the risk, very real risk of being able of having to give that up or shelve it, I just don't know if I'd be able to take it because I've done it for so long now that it would feel strange not to. So I if you come this far, I appreciate you guys listening to. This probably sounds more like a rant than anything, but I'm just kind of putting all my feelings out there. Just kind of explaining to you guys what's at risk for me. I want to keep doing what I do, and I want to keep you guys in the know. Continue doing what I do as the host of the Metarot News Network. So I'm gonna kind of use this as well as a segue to kind of shamelessly talk about donations. I'm not gonna say you absolutely have to, and I'm not going to pressure any of you to actually do it. But if you guys do feel led to want to donate or contribute to anything that you could offer would be greatly appreciated. With rent money, with basic financial expenses and such, I I honestly can't wouldn't be able to put into words how much it would mean to be able to keep doing this and be able to keep doing it without having to worry is is my next paycheck going to be enough, or am I going to have to completely close off and and shutter the doors to completely shut down the Metarot News Network? I don't want to do that. I don't think I'd be able to stand losing the one thing I've really come to enjoy. So I guess I can say is if you guys want to, and like I said, there's no pressure, but if you guys want to, there's a link to a throne that I put together back, I don't know, 7, 8 months ago at this point. There's only one thing on it. I'm not using it for a wish list of things like headsets or keyboards or anything like that. It's just financial donations. That's all it is. And if you guys want to donate, I'd appreciate it. If not, not a big deal. But if you guys could also spread the word on it too, I would greatly appreciate it. About the art that I do, about the content I create, or whatever the case may be. Word of mouth spreads and is far more helpful than me just posting a video and doing nothing about it. What else is there to say? I guess I can also say thank you for everything that you guys have done, for every word of encouragement, for every constructive feedback, for every comment. I wouldn't be here without you guys. And I've come to really truly love my place in the as your voice. That's really the best way I can describe it is your voice and being that being that spearhead for the community. I love it. I love everything about it. Even with days where it may not feel all that great at times. It's my favorite time of the week, and I really don't want to give it up. I can help. But there is a very real risk of it coming if my situation doesn't change. And I'm still currently and actively looking for that wherever I get the chance, any kind of leads or job applications or prospective job possibilities or any kind of development with my current workplace. I'm currently trying to do what I can. But if you guys would be able to help me, or if you're able to help me, I would also greatly appreciate it. Word of mouth, donations, encouragement, whatever you guys can do. Um, so yeah, that's kind of my situation. It's not been great. If you ask me to look back on 2024, I would probably tell you, I'd probably tell you the year sucked. It just was not my year, and I understand that there will be ups and downs. There will be some good years and some bad years. But it just was not a very good year for me. And I'm not going to say I'm hopeful, but I'm anticipating, I guess that's the word to use, possible changes that may affect you guys come the new year 2025. And I just want to keep you guys in the know with that. So if anything does change or if anything does happen, you guys know where to find me. If you guys have any further questions, comments, feedback, whatever, you guys always know where to reach me. But yeah, enough with the venting, enough with the sappy stories and such. I just want to also say thank you for taking a chance to listen. Um, it's kind of tough to be able to say this and put it on a platform, but I appreciate it. I really truly do, and that's really all I can say about it. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be half of the person I am as your resident tinkerer and meta if it weren't for you guys. So thank you, thank you truly for everything that you do, for all the support and encouragement and everything. Whatever you choose to do, however you choose to do it, or if you guys choose to continue to support me in any kind of way, shape, or form, thank you, genuinely. Um, but yeah, that basically is everything. So thank you so much for tuning in, just kind of hanging out with me and listening to me rant for 20 minutes. Um, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on Tuesday for the regular coverage currently, as we kind of see what's incoming. More news to come to that, of course, on Tuesday as more information is revealed. But with all that being said, once again, thank you for listening to me kind of open up a little bit and kind of be real with you guys. And yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate every last one of you.